So tonight we have posted an open Zoom crop and we did this Life Simple Page Kit number 6 and did it traditionally. I'm going to record really quickly how we can reproduce this digitally. We had a couple of people doing that this evening. So this is the page kit that Creative Memories puts together. It has 3 sheets of paper. 2 of them are designed to be the base. One of them is designed to be a cut apart, and then there is a sticker sheet. So the page that's cut out, I have dimensions here on our PDF that you can get on our Facebook group, Consistently Creative Croppers. So you are welcome to grab this and use it with whatever you want to use it with, whether it's traditional or digital. So the thing that I'm going to start out with is the base papers, and the base papers this time, which has not been the case for the rest of the page kits so far this year, is these are really not symmetrical. They're similar, but they're not quite symmetrical. So I'm going to go ahead and work on designing this. It's fairly easy. There is a solid background. There is a square that's 10 by 10 on top of it. That's the same on both pages. And then there is this, and this I'm going to show. There was a couple of different ways that you can do it. I'm not positive I've figured out the easiest way to do it, but I'm going to show you one way of doing it so that actually you end up with this wave that goes between the 2 pages. So I'm using Artisan software, and I'm going to go ahead and just change my view to a single page. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a shape, a rectangle, a 12 by 12 square. And this was gray on the original layout. So I'm actually going to go to a lighter gray. I'm going to go to that one, and I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to use the quick access toolbar and do this at 0, 0. So now it is centered on our page. The next thing was the 10 by 10 square. So I'm going to create another rectangle shape. And this one is going to be 10 by 10. And on one of the pages, it was blue. One of the pages, it was red. So I'm going to make this one red. And this one actually just slid right in. I would like the top left corner to be at 1 and 1, and you can see that's exactly where it ended up. So then the next part is a little bit tricky. I'm going to slide this back down here so you can see it. It is 5 1/4 at this point. It's 6 1/4 at this point. And if you could kind of imagine it, if I flip this on top of the other one, I can actually take one big rectangle, do this cut in the middle, and then put these 2 shapes on opposite pages. I know that was really hard to understand, but just bear with me and I will cut and I will take care of it and show you. So I am going to make a rectangle, and I want this one to be 12 inches wide, and I want it to be 10.5 inches tall, and I'm going to go ahead and make it blue. So slide this down to the bottom. So if you recall, I am going to want it to be kind of have this peak of this wave kind of in the center. And that's going to be 6 1/4 inches from the bottom of my page. So I'm going to give myself a ruler marker right in the middle. And if I go 6 1/4 from the bottom of my page, I am going to want a ruler marker here at 5 3/4. So I'm going to use our tab ruler position to get that perfectly lined up. And then I'm going to want another one an inch lower than that. And again, I'm going to check the position. Oh, I got that one. Oh, no, I want it at 7 1/4. So right here. All right. No, I was right originally. Okay. So if I do a cut that's a wave from here to here, this part is going to be 5 1/4. This part will be 6 1/4, which if you see here, that's what I want. I want 5 1/4 at the edge. I want 6 1/4 in the middle. So, and then it's going to work out fine on the other side because I'll have this wave that goes this way, and on the other side, it's going to be cut into it. So cutting this, I thought that there were a couple of different ways that I tried. What I think was the easiest was actually to go to the cutter ribbon, go to shapes, and pick a circle. And as long as your circle has its center point, see that green dot, as long as it's on the ruler marker that we have here running in the middle, and it's lined up to cut right at the other ruler marker. So we're trying to get it the center point right there. And then we want this curve to intersect the edge of our page where this other ruler marker is. So we actually have to expand this out. When we do that, that kind of shifts where our center is. And you kind of have to play with it just a little bit to get it to line up just the way you want it. And then I recommend zooming in to try to make certain that you are actually right on that edge, because otherwise you're going to get kind of a funky corner. So, and now I'm going to zoom out. So when this cuts, we've included the whole bottom piece. We're going to get this nice arc here and this arc here, and then we'll be able to use both of these pieces on our page. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. I want to keep both areas, so I'm going to cut this. And that's when I'm left with these two pieces. You can see them in the elements panel. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of my ruler markers because they've now served their purpose. And I'm going to go over, I'm going to save this page. And now I am going to duplicate this page for my right page. And that'll take a moment. Okay, so now I'm back on the original page. I'm going to go ahead and view both pages right now so that you can see them both. And I'm going to take this one. I'm just going to hide it right now. And then I'm going to slide this up. So that is going to give me that original piece here. So that is what I want for my left page. And then I'm going to go over to my right page. I'm going to hide this one. And now if I rotate this one and then I line it up, should line up very nicely. Oh, I must have chopped off just a little too much, but there we go. So now they line up, but my colors are a little bit different than the original one that Creative Memories had. So I'm going to go ahead and change my colors here. So I'm going to fill this one with the red, and I'm going to fill the square with the blue. And now you can see that now my base papers look just like the Creative Memories original base papers look. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work on what would have been the cut aparts. So if I look at this cut apart, pieces 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all photo mats. So there's 2 4x6s, there's 3 4x4s, and then these other 5 pieces are all embellishments. So 6, 7, 8, 9 are these yellow strips that are at the top and the bottom on both pages. The number 10 is this little journaling card that they have here. So I'm going to go ahead and I can do this. I'm going to do the left page first. And here I have a vertical mat. So I'm going to go back to insert. I'm going to insert a shape. I'm going to use a 4x6 rectangle. And this one was actually gray. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. create that. And I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it and I'm going to put the second one here. I'm going to go ahead and insert my photo frames while I'm here. So this one is going to be 3.5 by 5.5. And I can put that there. And again, I can copy it. And I will go ahead and center these. And that is basically the left page. So now I'm going to go ahead and go over to the right page. And on this one, oh, no, I'm sorry. I forgot the 2 yellow strips. So this one, I've got to insert this rectangle. These were 10 inches by 1, and these were the yellow ones. And I am going to copy and paste that. So that ends up there. That ends up there. And I really want that to be right at 1. And I want that to be 1 at 0. Okay. So now we've got the rightmost page. I am going to go ahead and copy these 2, and then so I can just paste them right into the left page. So that's one of them. And that's the other. And I could have done these before I duplicated them. Okay, where is this other square? Okay, so now I've got those 2, and then I needed 3 4x4 photo mats. So these are 4x4. These were gray on the original one. And I'm going to go ahead and put my photo frame on top with it first. So this was 3.5 by 3.5. I'm going to go ahead and center these using my quick access toolbar. And I'm going to go ahead and copy. I'm going to actually group them first, and then I'm going to copy and paste them twice. And that will give my 3. And then the last thing is this 2x4 piece that they used as the journaling. So this is 2x4, and it was yellow. And we can rotate it and we can kind of tuck it behind. So we can have it going back like this, as we would like. And that is basically the layout. So here again was their original sample. And then we did the base papers. And then we ended up adding all of our photos, our empty photo frames, and the journaling piece here. So I do not have that page kit digitally, but I do have one of the older CM, which was Backyard Barbecue. So what I could do now is I could actually take all of these and I could fill them in with paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, just as part of the demonstration. So I'm going to keep within the same kind of color. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the yellow with the yellow from this kit. I'm going to go ahead and fill it. No, I think I want it to be the solid. Fill it with this one. And then I'm going to take the red and I'm going to fill it with the red from this barbecue kit. I'm going to go ahead and fill the blue with this one. And I will fill the yellow there. And you can actually take all those shapes that are the same and fill them all at the same time by selecting all of them. So those are all of them right there. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to fill these two at the same time with that gray. I'm going to just fill these individually since that's what I did before. And I'm going to fill the blue with this blue. I'm going to fill the red here. And I guess I didn't actually fill the background with the same gray that we had. So I will go ahead and see what this one looks like. I'm not sure which one I like better, but doesn't matter because I can always change it digitally. So there was quite a few different embellishments that came with this kit. So I'm actually going to add this one. So what I was thinking is that I could put it on here, but you notice I've already rotated this particular piece of paper. So the easiest way to get it unrotated is to click on the elements panel, click on the drop down arrow, click on properties, and the angle is here. So I'm going to go ahead and set it back to 0. And now I can set this up here. I'm going to go ahead and lock the aspect ratio on this. And I'm going to slide it over here. I think I'm going to try to make this so it's kind of centered. And if I want to leave it that way, that's okay. But now I can kind of rotate them together. I can tuck it behind and have it kind of. So that was something that I hadn't really shown before on any of these videos. But this was a demonstration of creating the Creative Memories of This Life Simple Page Kit number 6 in a digital manner using FOREVER Artisan software. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I appreciate your time for watching. If you do create this, we'd love to see your creations. So be sure to share an image of them on our Facebook page, Consistently Creative Croppers. And there is an album that has a place for people to put their photos. So thanks for watching.